Look in the mirror and just ask yourself, like, whose man's is this?
I'm on Ocean Drive, sipping codeine with the top down. 20 grand on me, like a jury and a Glock 9. Got my own money, pussy nigga, I did not sign. Say Young Savage name in the song, and some shots. I'm on Ocean Drive, sipping codeine with the top down.
What's going on, guys? It's Real Talk. Welcome back once again. It's your boy Hirsch, and of course your boy Toon. Say what's up, Toon.
What up? What up?
All right, guys. So we have a few topics we want to get off our chest today. Nothing too serious, We're mostly shooting the shit, talking about some fun things.
This is just a fun pod.
Yeah. We
fun
haven't
pod.
done one of these in a little while, so it's gonna be some information that we kind of been sitting on for a little minute, and some new stuff too. One of the big segments that we've kind of been mulling over that we want to introduce you guys to, that I'm really excited about, but not to boost up too much. It's called Getcha Manz beat. So
Get your man's beat.
hey, yo, get your man's beat.
Hey, yo, get your man's.
Whose man's is this?
Okay, so what is get your man's, Herschel?
All right, so the way this kind of came around, I'm sure you guys have probably been in situations, potentially right before a conflict. I'm gonna talk about that time, right before like a conflict kind of pops off. Like sometimes stuff happens on site, but sometimes there's like an interlude, and everybody kind of recognizes like, oh, some shit is about to go down.
Yeah.
In a situation where like somebody gets disrespected or affronted, and like
Right.
they'll stand up and kind of look around, and instead of addressing the person that may have like pushed them or shoved them at a party or whatever, they'll look around and be like, yo, hey, yo, whose man's is this? Whose man's is this? Addressing the crowd, right? Now, it's kind of a rhetorical question or whatever. And it kind of belittles the person in front of them, right? And then, of course, like if somebody speaks up, like, say you're at a party and your boy is wilding and somebody else, hey, whose man's is it? That's my man's. Hey, yo, get your man's, B. Like, before we got a real problem, But
Right.
yeah, so recently...
Well, hold up.
okay.
I think basically the gist, at least for us, is like, I mean, we have, this is a sports podcast, I guess. This is actually a Real Talk podcast, but with a sports twist. I mean, a lot of athletes kind of do some dumb shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And sometimes we just need to ask the world, whose man's is this?
Yes.
And we need to ask the world to get your man's.
Yes. And sometimes the athlete needs to get their man's.
Exactly. It's just different
yes.
situations where somebody's man's got to get, confronted.
Yes.
Because everybody is somebody's man's. But
Yes.
I mean, the first one that you're gonna bring up is actually a woman, right?
No. I'm gonna. All right. Actually, yeah. I was gonna talk about the initial story at that house party.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
yeah. All right, so
All right.
never mind.
You got
Keep
it,
on-
or okay?
Keep going.
So, it was a few months ago. We were at this house party, and essentially, this guy, like, this is the way it initially came around to us. This guy was incredibly drunk, like, just incoherent, like, not speaking, not using the English language, to be honest.
Yeah.
And he was just like,
Hold
causing,
on, Herschel. We got to get like, okay, we've been to a few house parties with this guy. I mean, there was one time. I feel like we got to give more details
Okay.
about
It's only been two, right? It was.
Yeah.
I was gonna. Okay. So the first time, like, we didn't have Get Your Man. Like, we didn't. He was just wilding. He was just fucking with people. Our boy Will was there. He was like, there were. He was. They were talking to girls or whatever, and there are drinks on the table, and this guy walks up and is like, "Hey, yo, is that your beer?" Was like, "No." And dude, oh, is that your beer? No. And dude just starts taking beers off the table, like half drunk beers, and just chugging them to the head. Like,
Right.
it's incredible behavior. Like,
Right.
just an incoherent human being. We couldn't
Yeah.
understand what was going on. He was just like causing a nuisance to everybody. Nothing too overt, like not like
Yeah.
physically assaulting people, but like, whose man's is this?
Exactly.
Basically.
Yeah, and like he wasn't. See, he didn't come across as like drunk, like super drunk.
Right.
I'm sure he was, but he wasn't like stumbling and falling into people. He was just doing
No.
a bunch of dumb shit.
Yes.
Like that. What you said about him trying to drink everybody's drink. Like he was just drinking half drunk drinks,
It
just
was
drinking
crazy.
that shit. And then the second party, I mean, he was just like hovering around a lot.
Yes, sniffing girls, pulling on people's hair. It was
Right.
It was excessive. And then at that point, we had to be like, "Yo, the person who was the host of the party, we had to be like, yo, get your man's B, like, what's going on? And he, retorted to us like, yo, he lives here too. He's my roommate. Like, it's only so much we can do. And we're like, bro, what?
I was like, hey, yo, get your mans.
Get your mans, B,
Get
please.
your mans. The first party was whose mans is this?
Yes.
The second party was get your mans.
Yes.
Because he's about to get body slammed.
He was about to get got. He's about to get got. And I mean, who could blame us? It was. I'm sorry, but there's only so much we can take. We're still civilized human beings, but it is what it is. Get your mans, B.
Right.
Get your mans.
I mean that's the general gist of
Yes.
get your mans. I mean, it's usually when you're in a situation where you're trying to be cool, but someone's not being cool with you. You gotta tell they mans to come get them because they got
Yes.
Yeah.
Now.
So in the sports world, there's a lot of get your manses.
Yes. So for today, we got a couple of get your mans for you. I believe you got a couple for me, Tunde.
Yeah.
My first one actually isn't a man's. It's a get your woman's.
Get your woman's.
Very interesting, story that's going on here. So, I don't know if you guys know, Brent Grimes used to be a Falcons cornerback. He was alright. He was pretty good. He played for the Dolphins, and then following that, he is about to start playing for Tampa Bay. His wife, Miko Grimes, is very, how should I say, outspoken, I guess I would say. Particularly on social media. Many times she has come out publicly and essentially blasted teammates of his. Brent Grimes plays on the defense. She's blasted the quarterback, Ryan Tannehill. She's blasted the coaches. She's blasted the owners of the team. And most recently, she came out and had some pretty reckless motherfucking tweets, Tune.
Wait, for the Dolphins?
For the Dolphins owners. He had already been traded to the new owners, yes. Or picked up by Tampa Bay.
Okay.
And she was saying like hella anti-Semitic things. I'm not even going to repeat it. I'm going to let y'all look it up. But she was just basically talking a lot of shit and just endangering her husband's career. Like that's his livelihood. Like get your mans. Like what are you doing? Like messing up your family's potential money. And it was crazy because not only was she saying these anti-Semitic things about the owner, about the dude who signs her husband's checks, but the new owners of the team that he plays for now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, are also Jewish. So like there was no way out for her. She tried to like kind of back out of it and give a half-hearted apology the following day. But yo, the damage is done. Like we know what you was thinking. You couldn't hold your tongue. You're out here just wilding in the streets. So I gotta say, Brent Grimes, get your woman's B. Like
yeah,
you gotta handle that. I'm sorry. Like I know you love your wife. I don't think this is grounds for divorce or anything like that. Clearly, you love that spark in her because she's done this in the past.
She's pretty sparky.
Yes, and people have asked him about it in interviews. Sparky, that was pretty good. So I don't know. I don't know how you resolve this. I don't know if you take her Twitter password, change it. Like, bro, you got to figure this out. Like, cause your career, she could be affecting your next check. She could be affecting your next contract, and I don't think she wants that. I definitely know you don't want that. So
I mean, if you're gonna get CTE, you might as well get paid.
Right, might as well get paid.
But I mean, I had known about her. Her name is Miko, right?
Yes, Miko.
Yeah, I had known about her. I didn't know about this newest thing you just told me, actually.
Yes.
So that's interesting to know. Before I thought it was just like reckless stuff, but now she's like saying racist stuff.
Yes, bro.
Like, yo, that's
crazy. Yes.
But the thing that I think is like, I've actually read articles saying that there are NFL teams that are like they think about that, at least considering him. Like,
right.
There's NFL coaches and owners that are saying, we don't know if we want to sign Brent Grimes because his wife is crazy.
Right, because, bro, if you're Darrelle Revis, okay, it really doesn't matter what your wife says. But, like, if you're a fringe cornerback, like, you're 30 plus, like, come on, bro. Like, how much longer are you going to be in the league? And the team doesn't want to have to deal with this headache. Like, no, his wife isn't on the field producing or anything, but that's just another media storm that they don't want to have to deal with.
Right. Yeah, well, Brent Grimes, you heard it here for the first time on Real Talk.
Get your woman's.
Get your woman's. Yep.
All right. Hit me with yours, and then I got another one for you. Unless you want me to get all of mine out now.
I want to get into this one because I'm feeling it, and basically, Arian Foster has been signed. Arian Foster, aka Mr. Glass. I actually wouldn't even refer to him as Arian Foster anymore.
Mr. Glass.
He is here on forward, Mr. Glass.
Yes.
Mr. Glass has got signed by what team? I don't even know.
He's got signed to the Dolphins. But
what?
Yes, exactly. And they actually have another running back that's not too bad. But you want to explain why we call him Mr. Glass? It is self-explanatory.
I don't think there's any explanation needed. Basically, he gets injured every season. Is usually like
season-ending injuries,
really
crazy shit.
Yeah, like some sort of tear. It's never
ACLs,
just like
what was it? Achilles last time?
Oh,
It was something.
I don't know,
It
but
was
I think it was
something crazy.
ACL. I think it was ACL, a ligament,
Yeah.
a ligament of some kind. I mean, I have mad respect for the dude. He's played this sport. He has CTE. Anybody who got CTE, I got a decent amount of respect for. But I have respect for the guy. He's doing his job. He plays the sport. But I mean, if you just getting injured all the time, maybe you should stop playing.
Yeah,
but anyway,
right.
He's not the person. He's not the man's that I'm not asking whose man's is this. I know who he is. He's Mr. Glass. But the rumor is, or the not even maybe a rumor, the reality is that his brother trains him.
Yes. So we learned this on Hard Knocks last year with the Texans when
he was coming back from injury.
Yes, coming back from an injury.
Groin.
Yes.
That was groin.
Yeah, and he even got hurt in the preseason. Or he got hurt before the season started in training and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and his brother is his trainer. And he doesn't do a lot of weightlifting and stuff. It's a lot of calisthenic stuff and a lot of just kind of weird, strange exercises. And, bro, you keep getting injured. So we got to ask, whose man's is this?
Whose man's is this?
Bruh, I'm sure in the locker room, if his brother comes through and is trying to give advice to other players, hey, yo, bro, you should probably stretch, do this stretch or do this workout,
Right.
Bro, they're definitely asking, looking at this man whose man's is this right now?
Mr. Glass is like, that's me. That's my brother. That's my brother.
Hey, yo, get your man's,
Get your man's. But basically, why this man's has to get got right now? Why we're questioning whose man's is this? Is if boxers, they lose one match, they're changing their whole regime, everything.
Yes.
Coaches, this, that. I mean, Floyd Mayweather has stayed with he's been on and off with his dad.
Lost.
Exactly. He hasn't lost.
Yeah.
I think he's had his uncle and his dad train him primarily. Mm-hmm. But Manny Pacquiao, Canelo, they're not necessarily. I think actually Canelo stayed with his, but the point is boxers, they'll change around a little bit.
Yeah.
NBA players, they're gonna change their trainers a little bit. I mean, I don't know anything about Arian Foster's brother, but I mean, if you just out here getting injured
I know
all
he's
the
not
time,
a professional trainer. I know he just came up with his brother.
For real?
Yeah, he just started his own company to have other people on, essentially through the name of Arian Foster. But your brother keeps getting hurt. How many people are you really about to be training?
Right.
Who knows? And to be honest, you see his brother. His brother is not the most fit person. His brother is not a NFL caliber athlete. So
yeah,
that probably speaks.
I can't expect a trainer to be like that, but it really depends on his client load. It really just depends on his client load. If it's only Arian Foster, then I'm sure he has some people who are not in the NFL or maybe fringe NFL athletes that are trying to get into the league.
Bro,
but
how many clients you think he got? For real, be real.
He's personally training himself.
Yes. That are paying him to train them. Let's be real. That aren't homies of his or Arian Foster's. Not because bro, if they're potential NFL caliber players, they're not getting trained by Arian Foster's brother. We don't even know his name.
Nope. I mean, shoot, I'd say he probably has maybe 8 to 10 NFL players. And I'm talking about dudes who are not
practice squad.
Yeah, practice squad or even they could even start, but they're just not widely recognized, the type that bounce around from team to team, that sort of thing. But Arian Foster, man, get your mans, bro, cause get your bro, man.
Yeah, please, yeah.
Cause I mean, look, Arian Foster is a very talented running back. I mean, he showed up in fantasy for me a few years ago. And when I say a few, I mean 5 years ago. So, I mean, look, man, get your mans. Who else we got? Who else got to get?
All right, so I got another big story for you. About a week ago, your boy, I know how you feel about this player already, and I'm not gonna like we kind of can go back and forth on which person in this situation needs to get got. But Draymond Green essentially got into a little kerfuffle with another alumnus of Michigan State. He was a cornerback, ex-cornerback football player. I believe they had some history in the past. Some words were exchanged. Draymond allegedly put his hands on your boy, and Draymond got arrested. And we can foresee some lawsuits on the way. My question is, and I believe you probably think, Draymond needs to be the one who needs to get got. But if you are coming up and like antagonizing an NFL or any like celebrity like that, do you almost deserve to get got? Do you almost deserve to get...
Dude.
Because, Charles Barkley would talk all the time about how like people would come up and try to harass him and stuff. He pushed the dude through a window.
Yeah. Stephen A. Smith said it too.
Yeah.
About like if you're antagonizing the player and you are like, you can't expect him to just sit there and just be cool the whole time. Or you should expect like one of his boys to like, get you.
So Draymond, where's your security? Where's your man's, Draymond? Handle this, Draymond. You are a multi-millionaire, bro.
Too many questions like, Draymond, where's your man?
Yes. What are you doing hanging out in spots where like even this can potentially go down, bro? Like, come on. And you just lost the championship. I'm sorry, bro, but you got to know like some heat is coming your way.
Right.
But
especially the way his playoffs went, with the nut checking and the suspension and someone is gonna. I'm pretty sure he's been asking whose man's is this all summer long.
Yes.
So did you say that they had been exchanging words over the course of days?
Yes. I was discussing this earlier in the barbershop, and yes, it was over the course of days, but I believe they also may have known each other prior to this incident. But
one day, just have ongoing beef for no reason.
Potentially, yes. And we already know Draymond is an emotional human being.
Right.
Like, he can't just leave it on the court. He's going to be emotional every goddamn where. So, I'm almost not even surprised. But, bruh, get yourself, B. Like, you need to get yourself under control.
Get yourself.
What the fuck is going on
Get
here?
yourself. Get your mans.
Look in the mirror and just ask yourself, like, whose mans is this? Please. Please, Draymond, that's what we need from you right now.
No, that's exactly what it is. Both of them have to go look in the mirror and be like, whose man's is this?
Yes.
And
it's a double
answer,
whose man's.
The answer is you. And then the next thing that you should say is get your man's to yourself. So, sincerely from Real Talk Beyond the Headlines.
That's free advice right there. That's a free session from Psychologist Tune right here.
Yes.
Check. The bill is in the mail. Get ready.
Check's in the mail. I expect that very soon, Draymond. But for Draymond and the other guy, get your mans. You know who the mans is. It's you. Just, get your mans. Please.
That was pretty good.
Ocean drive, sipping codeine with the top down.
All right, bro. So I got one for you. And this is actually, I guess, a plural get your mans. But recently in the news, everybody and their mama has been caught on that stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Literally everybody and their mama. John Bones Jones, Brock Lesnar, Maria Sharapova, literally the entire Russian Olympic team. Bro, what?
Really? Like they all tested positive?
It was facilitated by the state. Like Russia was behind like giving their players the drugs. So yes, essentially all of them. Like, why would you pass up that edge? And I'm sure it was probably mandatory. It's Russia. Come on, get your man. Right. Whose man's is this?
Right.
But I just can't believe like people. It kind of goes back to like if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Low key though. So
But the question is, like, the person giving them drugs or facilitating their drug usage, or the person who's supposed to be, I guess, monitoring it. Yeah. Like, whose man's is that?
Yes, bro. To be honest, I think there are a lot of people out here who are on some stuff, and they just don't get caught because their man is right. They got the man.
They got their man.
Yes, they got it in check. Exactly. But everybody else, John Bones Jones, Brock Lesnar, and Maria, all y'all, Russia, please get your mans. or get a better man's, please. Figure it out.
Get your man's. Ask yourself, whose man's is this that's screwing me over?
Yes, that's your career's on the line.
Yeah. I mean, I have two more quick ones. I mean, if there was ever a case of get your man's, is Laramie Tunsil.
Okay.
Before the NFL draft.
Yes.
Like,
literally,
it has to be one of your mans who knows your Instagram. Was it Instagram?
It was Instagram and Twitter, I believe. They was blowing up all his social media. Yes.
Right. So if they know your social media password, I guess maybe he could have been hacked or something. But I mean, I feel like it's a close friend or something. I don't know.
Some type of associate.
Right.
I believe it came out. Was it a financial advisor or something? It was something crazy that somebody that used to work with him, or for him, and they were just kind of like a scorned employee or whatever. But yeah, get your mans, bro. Keep your family close, basically.
Right. I mean, yeah, that if there was ever a time where Get Your Mans was relevant, it's with him.
He also didn't have trouble with his stepfather? Like, didn't he beat up his stepdad? And like his dad wanted to press charges or some shit on him? Like, this man is going to the league and like you're about to potentially fuck over your stepchild's life? Like, get your mans, B.
Get your dads.
Yeah, get your dads.
Get all of your dads.
Yes, please, bro. Like, just get your whole squad together, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know if you need to like find some new people or what, but come on.
Okay, and this is the final Get Your Mans for the first one, for the first segment.
Yes.
See, this is how easy it is to call someone out and ask them whose mans they is or whose mans this is. Like, I did a random search of NFL arrests, and I found that I didn't even know this happened, but I'm going to just read it to you. Rams safety TJ McDonald was arrested Tuesday morning on suspicion of driving under the influence of a substance other than alcohol.
Oh. Where was he?
Was
he in LA?
Los Angeles? Yeah. Apparently he collided with a parked car.
Oh, bruh. Did he leave the scene?
Nah. So the investigation revealed McDonald was driving under the influence, but it wasn't alcohol. I mean, okay, so what I think is, like, if it's marijuana, then why are you running into a parked car? Yes. I mean, maybe he could have been using some kind of pill. You know, if that's the case, then if you're an NFL player, get someone to drive you.
Yes, bro. You are an NFL caliber athlete. Like, come on, bro. You're about to be paid. Like, you need either homeboys or a driver. Like, please get your mans.
Get your mans, but
get a mans, bro. Hit me up. Give me some money. I will drive you around, bro. Come on, please, bro. What
exactly.
the fuck is going on here?
It cost him $300 to get out on bail. I'm sure Uber wouldn't cost that much.
Right. Exactly.
So
I guess he can afford it though. So.
The whole question, I just have to ask the LA Rams, pretty much the whole NFL, because they got someone on their team who does dumb shit. Whose mans is this?
Yes. Bro, to be honest, though, weren't you saying that arrests for the NFL this summer at least, have been down?
Yeah, it's been decreasing since 2013. So the NFL has started to get their manses.
Yes.
They figured out whose mans is, fucking them up. They finally figured out whose mans it is. And they started to get their mans, but there's still few people hanging off the edge. So.
You know what happened, right? You know what happened. They listened to Chris Carter's advice,
which is what?
Get you a fall guy, get you a mans, B.
Right.
That's all Chris Carter was telling you. Get you a mans, and you'll be good.
Get you a mans.
Literally, you're good. Come on.
Right.
Throw that man a couple stacks. He'll take the L. I mean, when he get out, y'all good. Buy him a fucking Porsche. Y'all look good.
Exactly.
Yo, I have one. Did you have more?
Well, I mean, this one makes me think of that dude who was whipping the Bentley with the kid and drugs and the gun. Yes. I forgot his name.
Oh, man. He was doing like 110. And like, he only got caught by the police because like he parked in some neighborhood and left his foot on the brake. So they saw the lights. And, bro, like you're in a neighborhood in like a Phantom. Like
right.
Or it was
Bentley.
a Rolls Royce. Or a Bentley. Yeah. Something that shouldn't have been where it was. Like, bro, you out here standing out. Like, get yourself beat. What are you doing? You're endangering kids. Like, car smell like weed. Like, bro.
Get yourself. And I have to ask the whole NFL, whose mans is this? Like, who in the NFL is hanging out with this dude and just letting him just run the streets wild? But
your friends don't care about you if they're allowing you to do some dumb shit like this.
He needs to get all his mans, round him up. He needs to round up all his mans and let him go. Then he needs to get some new manses. Because, that's another podcast for another day. But personally, I just believe NFL players do dumb shit, and y'all need to get that straightened out. So
Yo, very last thing, but it doesn't have to do with Getcha Manz. You heard who's the running back with that used to be with the Eagles? Got in a fight. He played for the Bills.
yeah, LaShawn McCoy.
LaShawn McCoy. Yeah, so this off season or so, like it was kind of January. It was real early. He got in a fight with these off duty cops in the club, like, and there was video evidence. LaShawn McCoy got off. So what does that tell you? They couldn't figure out who started the fight, but they know him and his squad won the fight.
He got a fall guy. He got a Manz.
He had a Manz. Exactly. There you go. That's a perfect example right there. Boom. We good.
That's why the NFL offseason arrest has decreased because NFL players are getting Manzes to fall for them.
Basically.
That's what's up.
But yeah, I think that's a great topic right there to wrap up Get Your Manz, the first installment. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah, we kind of went in, but it was pretty funny. So
yo, they need to get got, man. We gotta let them know. They heard it here first. That's all it is.
Exactly. But we are in the presence of a very smart basketball athlete,
astute expert
in basketball. I think some people call him the basketball prince. That's anyway?
That's pretty accurate. That's quite the title you got there, Your Highness.
Thank you for gracing us. This is the first time ever that you've heard this man on airwaves of any kind.
Yes,
the basketball prince.
Say what's up.
But
first time, what's going on? Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So we have Alex Ordu here. He's an Emory alum as we are. He's a monk in the network, and he's a cool dude. And he's a little younger than us, so it took him a little time to find us.
Bro, we gotta just put niggas on blast now, man. I'm young for life, bro.
But you know how it is, man. Man. We just
this man is also always getting in competitions with me to be up on the newest music, bro. I don't know. He thinks I'm old and out the game. That's why I bring that up, bro. I don't understand. He hit me up earlier today talking about like, bro, send me that Gucci, send me that DJ Khaled, send me all of that. And I'm like, bro, I'm at work right now. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not up on it that much. Come on, bro. I'm sorry.
Say your piece.
Usually you are on it during the day. Like
Touché.
During my work day, I know I can't be on it. There's just no way I can find a download or a leak during the middle of the day. I can't do it till I get home that evening.
Touché.
And I have, people in my corner, outlets that I know.
You got Manz. I understand.
Got Manz. Manz is to get out there on the internet and look for that music while I'm out here working hard.
Hey, that's what's up, man. You got to get a team of Manzes that's looking out for you, not like network, with the NFL players where they got teams of Manzes that's trying to get them in trouble and whatnot. But we have Alex Ordu, aka the Basketball Prince, on the pod because, frankly, the NBA is not the same as when the league ended or when the season ended, and even before the season. We had a lot of developments in the playoffs that were interesting, but we brought him here to make some sense of what's going on in the league. So basically, let's just start off with Durant.
Big news.
I think the big thing out of that is like the super team thing. So, what do you think? What do you think of this? They are the super team at this point.
KD's move is just gonna start a bad trend in the NBA now. If players just are gonna want to team up with everyone around the league. It's exciting to see all these superstars play together, but it's gonna start a bad trend. That's gonna be the only way people are gonna have a chance to win, to go make a super team.
So do you see this, the way you're saying that, do you see this as a new trend? Because I don't see it as a new trend. I just feel like, this is the first time we as a generation are seeing consecutive significant moves a la LeBron, then KD.
Yeah, in a way you could say LeBron somewhat paved the way, but it's a bit different. In LeBron's situation, when he left Cleveland to go to Miami, we saw on his team that he was the only all-star, only superstar, and his surrounding cast really wasn't that great. His next best player was Mo Williams, which was a good NBA player.
So now all is forgiven for LeBron.
I'm not giving LeBron a pass because in the end, he did go to a great team as well, and teaming up with D-Wade and Chris Bosh, but his previous situation, current team he was on before, it's a little different from Durant's situation. You can't forget Durant and them Thunder, they were up 3-1.
That was a two-man show though. We have to agree.
Absolutely, it is a two-man show. Absolutely.
Okay.
But then you don't change the fact that they were up 3-1. LeBron's team, they got to the finals, but they got swept by the Spurs that year. I think it was 2007.
Yeah.
I believe. in Durant's case, you're up 3-1 versus the defending champs in the Western Conference Finals. Like, I don't just break the house up at that point.
I feel what you're saying, but to me, nobody cares about second place. Nobody cares about third place, which is what the Thunder were this year. Mm-hmm. And even Golden State didn't win the championship, so who can really fault him for going to a team to put himself in the best position to win? He's got all the money in the world. He's got all the endorsements in the world. He's, that's not the concern. If he's concerned about winning, and if you want to say legacy, in extension of winning, he made the best. Did he or did he not make the best decision for himself?
For his legacy? Here's my one thing. I feel like this move could possibly hurt his legacy.
Okay. Hot takes.
If
Don't you agree?
Yeah.
If he chances are that they're definitely gonna be the favorite to win this year, probably next year, and maybe the year after that. I mean, who knows?
Right.
But
They have no leeway. Like it's all or nothing. It's win or bust.
exactly.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah, look, he's gonna win one at Golden State, probably maybe multiple. But if he only wins in Golden State, and eventually he's gonna leave Golden State and want to hopefully lead his own team to that case. I hope he. Golden State
I don't think
all the time.
that's necessarily true, but go on.
If he leaves Golden State and never wins one again, I feel like that hurts his legacy even more than him not ever winning one at all, because it shows that he couldn't do what LeBron just did. LeBron just carried a team. Like you could tell that he was basically the coach of that team. Like he led that team. Like from the beginning of the season through the middle of the season when they had those rough patches, getting rid of David Blatt, bringing in Tyronn Lue, to getting them in the playoffs, and
It was
like
LeBron's team. He was coach,
Well,
GM, and
coach,
the
GM, president.
captain of the team.
Exactly. Like if Kevin Durant later his career leaves Golden State and he can't ever bring a championship to whatever team he's on, I feel like that's gonna hurt his legacy, because it shows that he can only win when he teamed up with other superstars. And like, obviously one of the main Hall of Famers that hates him now the most is Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley is the man one that says like that he hates this move by Durant. He didn't think he needed to be done, but I mean, Charles Barkley speaking from respect.
Is that a little hypocritical of Charles Barkley though? He never got a ring.
He does have a ring, so he is a little biased off the top, but he's just saying how like back in the day, like this would have never been the case. So like you're saying today, the game is changing.
So for the record, you are agreeing with Charles Barkley. You are in agreement with. Is that what you're saying? Because also, did Shaq not also leave Orlando?
I mean, yeah, but that was. I mean,
that was what. That was what.
The thing is that leaving is not the wrong thing. It's not wrong to leave. Yeah,
it's about it's about where you go. Like when he went to the Lakers, I mean, the Lakers were a good
went
team,
to the Lakers.
I mean, how was Kobe when Shaq went there? Kobe wasn't.
It was like his second season.
Kobe wasn't.
Was it the first or second season?
Kobe wasn't anywhere near building his legacy that he has now.
Okay, touche.
So that's what I'm saying.
He didn't have any rings yet. He didn't have
any rings yet. No. So like, touche. I mean, and it's a different situation, but like I said, similar thing. Leaving teams. Kevin Durant, you better win one in Golden State, and you better win one when you leave. That's how I feel, basically. If you don't win one after you leave Golden State, I think that says a lot about his legacy. It may not damage it in the end as much as he never getting one or never getting a ring, but people are going to think about that.
I feel a lot of what we're doing here is comparing him directly to LeBron. Is that fair to do? That's my question. Because we all recognize LeBron is LeBron James. Like, there's no other. Yeah. Like, it's not fair to do that. Is it?
You can say it's not fully fair, but we're just going off what's most recent and what he's done is similar. Like what's happened in the past. Like he's done them. This is pretty much similar to what LeBron did. So like
he brought a franchise out of
we fall victim
monotony.
We fall victim of comparing him to LeBron because they're both in the league right now. Arguably the top two players in the league, top three. You count Curry as well, but with these moves, I mean, last person to do this was LeBron. So.
Yeah,
we're gonna compare, and like that's just how we are. But when you hear like a lot of Hall of Fame players, like Larry Bird coming out saying he would never think about going to pair up with Magic Johnson for a ring and whatnot. I mean,
if given the opportunity, and Larry Bird,
I low key see it as that like Larry Bird Magic, of the caliber of players both Curry and Durant are.
Yeah, I mean, my only thing is, and even on top of the situation, like I didn't like how Durant went about it. Like to this day, he still hasn't spoken to Westbrook. He hasn't even called, text, or anything. No contact.
I didn't know that.
He didn't let Westbrook beforehand know that he was going to go to Golden State, and he is not communicating with it at all. It's like,
and he owes that to Westbrook as a teammate and friend.
If anyone, you let Russell Westbrook know.
I mean, after the MVP speech, bruh, everyone thought they were BFFs.
You let Russell Westbrook know out of anyone. So you don't have to let Billy Donovan, though. I mean, first-year coach. You don't have to let Serge Ibaka know, who's not even there anymore. You don't let Adams or Kansas. You let Russell Westbrook know, though. Like, your running mate, like, another top 5 player in the league. Like,
So
he deserves a phone call, at least.
So since we're still discussing, the state of the league right now.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Herschel, I don't want to cut you off, but I just want to say another dimension that this could really hurt Durant is, in my opinion, they have a great super team, but even still, it's not necessarily a LeBron stopper. If LeBron can get a good team around him and Kyrie goes off, like, the Cavs are
Hold up,
still...
you talking about the Golden State right now is not guaranteed to beat the Cleveland LeBron Jameses?
No, I don't think so. Because, I mean, Durant's a great scorer, but he has liabilities. Like,
All right, so you have Kyrie and LeBron. Who's your third? Is it still Kevin Love?
See, the thing with the Cavs that they proved this year is, like, they can get a bunch of role players to play just good enough to
get the job done.
Yeah, to get
just to support Kyrie and LeBron.
Right. I mean, look, I kind of do. I don't want to say the Warriors are the favorite because you know how I feel about them, but
they are.
It's not.
LeBron won the ship and now he's an underdog again.
But it's not a LeBron killer. Like, you saw LeBron led the finals in every stat, bruh.
He put the team on his back. He was a monster. He was literally a monster.
So if they go to the finals again and Bron wins again, like, this is gonna look really bad. Like, this is gonna be
elevate his legacy if he goes to the finals again next year and they beat this Golden State team. But don't get me wrong though. I mean, going into the season, I would say Golden State is probably the favorite to win next year. I mean, just with their lineup, what they have. But you gotta just remember that this lineup looks great on paper, but when you get on the court, it takes time to build that chemistry.
That's
to
true.
Build that
they got 82 games though.
I mean, they do, but like you got to think about. I mean, remember when LeBron went to Miami his first year? They got to the finals, lost to Dallas 4-2.
They got to the finals.
Oh yeah, they're gonna get to the finals just on paper. They're gonna get there.
But the West is kind of weak or weaker now.
I mean, getting into the finals. I mean, what is that these days? I mean, you get there, and then.
What do you mean? What is that?
I mean,
only 6 teams have done that, and 4 of them have had LeBron on them.
In the end, that's second. That's second place in the end. And like, do we give LeBron a pass for getting second place in the finals? Any of the years he's lost, he's 2-4 in the finals or 3-4 in the finals.
Nah,
are we gonna say in the end of the legacy that LeBron he lost 3-4 times in the finals? Like,
but bro, we didn't give Kevin Durant a pass when he lost in the finals with the Thunder, and then when he goes to a new better team, puts himself in a better position. Now we're all against him.
That's not fair. I'm not against him. I just want to see what he does after his time in Golden State. That's my main thing. I'm not.
So he's dead to you, and I know Tunde feels that way. He's dead to you until he leaves.
I'm not fully against his move. I get it, in the end, he wants to win. Like, I would never like shun a player because he wants to win. I get it. Like, I feel the way I feel personally about him not having to do that to win, because I think he could have gotten to the finals of Golden State with the Thunder, and then against the Cleveland, like, it would have been a battle for sure. Like, it would have been a battle. Not saying they would have won, but it would have been a battle. I wouldn't have minded seeing that finals matchup, Cleveland versus the Thunder. The way the Thunder were playing late in the playoffs, I mean, they deserved the opportunity to win that final game to get there, but they slipped up. Durant hit us with a curveball by going to Golden State, but I'm more interested.
That was out of left field. I did not see that.
I just want to see what he does after his time in Golden State. I don't know how long he's gonna be there, but I can't see him wanting to finish his career there. To continue to play with Curry, Thompson, Draymond the rest of his career, like, and he's. Because it's gonna take some getting used to. Like, they're gonna
have to share that limelight. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's gonna take time to build that chemistry. Like, they're gonna be what they are based off talent, but in the finals, like when you're playing against the LeBrons of the league and whatnot, I mean, it takes a little more than just on paper talent to get the job done. I mean, we've seen that with LeBron. The number of times he's lost, he's gotten there. Yeah, but for some reason, there's been 3 to 4 times that he hasn't got the job done.
So to expand our conversation of the state of the league. We were touching a little bit on Russell Westbrook a little earlier. Do you feel like he's going to leave the Thunder now? Like, it's just no question? Or how do you feel about that situation?
I feel like in the end he will leave the Thunder, but I feel like it's because it's being so forced so early. Because they're so worried now, like, Durant left without getting anything because he was on.
So they're going to trade him.
Yeah. And then I feel like it's just going to be forced. They're going to have to trade him because they're at the point where, like, all right, they're going to feel like Westbrook doesn't want to come back next year, and they have all this L.A. talk because he went to UCLA and it's from that area and whatnot. That I think they're going to trade him at some point, but I feel like even in the league today, like, when you do these trades, you don't get back what you're giving up. I feel like trades are so lopsided in the league today. you like people trade away all-stars, superstars, or these really great players for like picks and like one or two role players, and like it just doesn't equal up to what you're giving up. But I do feel like Westbrook is gonna be traded or is gonna be gone from the Thunder because I mean they're probably worried now 'cause they don't want to lose him for nothing. Like they're gonna have to like give him up to where though? That's to be defined or to be announced, I guess. But we'll see as the season goes on and it pops up again.
Yeah, that's an interesting take. I mean, I think Westbrook could help a team, but it's a real sticky situation for both the Thunder and Westbrook. We'll see how that goes.
What do you think, Herschel? You think LA?
Yeah. I think LA is. I mean, I know the media has discussed it, and I hate when the media makes decisions for teams. When they start talking about a coach, and then all of a sudden that coach gets fired because the media made a storm about it or some shit like that. But I feel like that's the way this is trending, and the Thunder want to get some value out of this situation. So, yeah, that's the way I see it. But were there any other topics throughout the league that really were catching your eye this offseason so far?
I mean, the free agency, no doubt. I mean, these players getting paid around the
Yeah.
league has been absurd. We're talking players that ain't even been an all-star getting $30+ mil a year, like from the Nicholas Batuns to the Mike Conleys to
Dellavedovas. Dellavedova got that $12 million a year.
Mozgov, everybody.
I mean, we understand why it's happening though with the expanded cap room and for like salary cap for the teams and whatnot. But I mean, a lot of players. I mean, if you want to be in the league, now's the time to be in the league. Like the way they're getting paid is like that free agency period was crazy. The way players are getting paid now.
Yeah, I think every time I saw new numbers pop up or notifications pop up to my phone, like Jeremy Lin was getting this or that, it was incredible. But I just think it's gonna take us literally 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 or 5 years before we realize or we get desensitized to these big ass numbers because it's everything just has to recalibrate. But yeah, it's a good time to be an NBA player, and I know hella NFL players and probably other sports players are super sideways.
Except baseball. I mean, they get
of course.
Money.
I mean, it's really the top players only in baseball, like the top, like the pitchers.
That's true, and they also end up playing forever.
But those top players, they're getting absurd NBA plus type money,
and guaranteed.
Even players that aren't like like I said, these franchise type players, they're still getting really good contracts, or like we just don't hear about it, so it's not popping up in notifications and whatnot. Like these, like starting next year, I mean, we're gonna see the first $200 million contracts. I mean, LeBron's gonna get one. I'm pretty sure Curry's gonna get one. Like,
do you think that view had a lot to do with why D Wade left Miami? I kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
The view that all these non-all-stars are getting super paid while Pat Riley doesn't want to pay me, and I've gotten multiple championships for this franchise.
I mean, Dwayne Wade is that franchise. I mean, that's Wade County. Like, in the end, you pay him because, one, he's brought you 3 championships. He's made that franchise relevant in this past decade and whatnot by helping bring in LeBron, bringing Chris Ross, taking pay cuts. He's never been the highest paid player on his team.
Literally, yeah.
He's never been the highest paid player from when he got drafted till now. Never. It's been a combination of Chris Bosh, most recent.
Was it Shaq during the time when Shaq was there?
Shaq was the highest paid player on time. I think they even said like Sean Marion one year. Like what? Like you don't do that to Dwayne Wade. In the end, like I don't care if he's getting into the last few years of his career, but
do you feel like he would have gotten something on the back end?
What do you mean?
Some type of, I mean, these backdoor deals, bro. You never know. But I honestly meant something like, some type of executive position within the Heat. Really, just a role.
I mean, I feel like in Miami, if Dwayne Wade wants it, like he gets it in a way. But I guess with this contract, that didn't happen, which is surprising. Like before this happened, like I feel like if Wade wants it in that area in that city, like he's gonna get it. And like I feel like he would have definitely had opportunity to be an executive with the Miami Heat if that's what he wanted to do after his career. But in the end, I mean, Wade's gonna get his money because he's got so many endorsements and so many other things outside of basketball that he gets paid for. So he's gonna get his money, but
he's cool like eating frozen spaghetti.
Miami needed to pay him. Like the fact that you say, "Oh, we're gonna pay Kevin Durant this amount of money and whatnot," and go overboard to get him in, but then like when the Wade signed his contract, you're like, "Oh, we're only gonna offer you $20 million."
And Whiteside. They were willing to pay Durant and Whiteside.
And Whiteside, like.
I have a little bit of a hot take.
Go ahead.
Like, I think Wade is a good player still. I don't know how I don't know what the translation of his game is to how much he should be paid, but
He gave them 70 games this year, right?
Yeah, I mean this was.
But the previous years, he's been.
He had missed some games, like last year with LeBron and whatnot, and the season after that. But
Yeah.
it's the most he played in a while. Like
he's
had
played
pretty good
well.
run for the year.
Yeah.
But what I'd like to think is he is getting to the latter end of his career, and paying him would be based off of his value to the Miami Heat, not his value as a player. So what I think of is the situation with Los Angeles. Like LA had a lot of cap room, but they were still hamstrung by the whole entire legacy of Kobe. And I mean, I'm not saying that Wade is that guy, but a couple years down the line where he's not putting up a bunch of actually playing very well, maybe he suffered some injuries that require him to play Kobe-esque in his last couple of years. Kobe, like Kobe hamstrung that team and tied him up, and a bunch of with just money. I mean, like I said, they had a bunch of contract space still, even with his contract on the books, but. Like the legacy of Kobe. I mean, you see his final game, like he hamstrung the team.
Is it a sign of respect? Like they respected Kobe and what he did for the franchise, so they paid him and didn't pay. Also for that final game, bruh, I'm not gonna say they was point shaving, but bruh, 61, that man falling apart. Come on now.
Bro, he hamstrung the team, so he can
His
do
last
that.
game, like, and then you gonna let Kobe do what he wants to do.
I mean, I get that if you're not
Yeah.
going to the playoffs, but I don't think a team should be obligated. Like you're essentially obligated to do that for Kobe because that's what they've done for Kobe up to that point. And I think it just is more about the organization. Like they value that over
what Miami
winning,
over how Miami does, and
right.
And
I just think that Pat Riley was like, look, I value winning more. I value Dwayne Wade, but not to the point of I'm gonna tie my team up in a bunch of crap for the next few
it
years.
shows you, man, the league's a business, man. Like,
Yo, I have a hot take. Well, it's a hot question, I guess. Do you think Pat Riley still blames D Wade for LeBron leaving, or
Did
blames
he
him for
ever?
not knowing, for getting blindsided by it? He believes that D Wade knew kind of what LeBron was thinking, the same way that Kevin Durant didn't tell Russell Westbrook that he was leaving. But Pat Riley being the egotist and the
yeah. I mean, I didn't know that. Like, I mean, I guess you could assume that, because LeBron and D Wade are so close that LeBron definitely told D
and
Wade,
even
hey,
during this free agency, he was with LeBron while they were basically waiting for waiting for Pat Riley to succumb to their will. So
they started saying rumors that D Wade is gonna try to make something work in Cleveland, although they had no money to make that happen. But
it wasn't happening.
You know how the league is, the media is. When you start building rumors, you're like, what? Like, could that actually happen? Like, no way. But if Pat Riley does still blame Dwayne Wade, I think that's petty. I don't think he should blame that at all. I mean, and LeBron's gonna do what LeBron wants to do. Like, he told Dwayne Wade because that's his brother and whatnot. I mean, he didn't have to let Pat Riley know in advance. I mean, Pat Riley, definitely did a lot by bringing him in and helping him out, but I don't think he should blame Dwayne Wade at all. Like, that's not Dwayne Wade's fault that he can't make LeBron do what he wants. Like, and then LeBron's a grown man and wants the best for his career, and he wanted one for Cleveland, which he finally did. I'm happy for him because I think that's what a lot of us wanted to see if he could win one for his hometown.
Mhm.
But
yeah. Any other takes from the league? Have you seen any of these Ben Simmons highlights? That's what I wanted to ask you about.
from the summer league.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good direction to go.
Yeah, summer league. So I have watched a couple games with Ben Simmons, and I've tried to catch up. I know I saw the one where he played the Lakers with Ben and Brandon Ingram and whatnot. And I guess I've seen with summer league so far is that he's an outstanding passer. I mean, his
Court
passing
vision.
is
OMG.
the fact that he's 6'10" and can pass and handle the ball the way he is. I mean, he's gonna have a chance to do some big things in his career. The one thing I'm worried about him, and I even was saying this back when he was at LSU, is sometimes he can just be way too passive though. Like sometimes he passes a little too much.
Yeah.
And it's not that I'm saying he needs to just shoot it every time, because we all know his jump shot is a work in progress. But
Aggressive to the basket.
yeah, it's go take over. Like at LSU, there's no way you have. That team had a lot of talent. I don't think you all know, but that team was really good, and they didn't get to the NCAA tournament. That was depressing, because his team had other couple high school players that were ranked pretty high in the nation and whatnot. I know Tim Quarterman was one. He was actually out of Savannah, Georgia. But they had a couple other players too that were really good and had a lot of talent, and like the fact that they just flopped the way they did that season, like it kind of made you look at Ben Simmons a little sideways from a leadership standpoint. But at the same time, we know that he was 17, 18 years old, fresh in college, so probably as a growing up, they didn't know how to really take over that team like that. But in the NBA, he's gonna have to get that into gear as he gets older within the league, because he definitely is a good player. I just don't want him to be over passive and like he gets a lot of backlash for it, because we've seen like superstars where say, oh, like he passes too much, or he's not being aggressive enough, like because the team's just gonna play off him. Everyone's gonna play off him because they're gonna say, hey, if you're gonna beat us, you're gonna score us, you're gonna shoot jump shots.
Yeah. Force him to create. Yeah.
It doesn't.
Like slam ball was kind of cool because it was dangerous as fuck. UFC is cool because it's dangerous. Football is incredible because that shit is dangerous. Like we want to safeten up the game, but fuck that shit.